Okay, so welcome to another deep dive. And you guys know the drill by now, right?
Yeah, you send us something that catches your eye.
And we try to kind
Trying to
of
give you
unpack it and figure
a
it
ELDR on it, basically.
exactly. Yeah, we break it down for you so you don't have to spend hours, going through it.
Yeah, you can just listen while you're doing
You
whatever.
walking the dog.
Driving your car, exactly.
And today's deep dive is a really interesting one. This is from a listener who pointed us to the MWF fan page, www.fliesandtish.de.
Yeah.
They recently uploaded
And they recently uploaded an older MWF video special.
an older one.
Yeah, and we're just using the transcript for this one.
Not any of
You don't need any background information.
MWS foundational stuff.
No, just this transcript.
Just this one transcript.
So, and this transcript is wild.
Buckle up.
Yeah, it is buckle up because, so the kind of basic storyline here is that Mike starts out in the hospital.
From a weapons test accident.
From a weapons test accident.
Oh.
Which already tells you something, right?
It does. I mean, it really does set the stage.
That's the stage.
But then things kind of spiral out of control from there.
They do, yeah.
So there's what's described as a boys' visit.
Boys' visit.
And resulting in a ninja disaster.
Ninja disaster, and that's all it says.
That's all it says.
We don't get details.
No, we don't.
Which is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because I'm dying to know.
I know.
What exactly happened there?
Ninja disaster in the hospital. I mean,
right.
Come on.
Anyway, so then there's a decision to leave the hospital.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. And there seems to be some drunk driving involved.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. More OS.
More OUs. Yeah.
And then there's an escalation at a dance club.
Dance club?
Yeah, a dance club where Mike ends up falling down some stair.
Falling down some stairs.
And getting kicked out.
Predictably.
Predictably, yes.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's a hasty return to the hospital.
Hasty return to the hospital. After getting kicked out of the dance club.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
A second ejection from the hospital.
The ejection?
Double eject. Yes. And finally a tantrum. To cap it all off.
To top it all off.
So, yeah, that's the bare bones of it.
That's the journey we're going on today, folks.
Yeah. So, why don't we start at the beginning?
Yeah.
Mike in the hospital because of a weapons test accident.
Okay.
What can we take away from that right off the bat?
Well, first of all, it confirms, the stuff that we've talked about before about Mike's interest in, weaponry and, obviously we don't condone any of that.
No, of course not.
Just, we're just reporting what's in the material.
Yeah, just trying to understand.
Trying to understand what's going on here.
So weapons test accident, accidents happen.
They do.
But it does suggest a certain lack of maybe caution.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. A little bit of a daredevil attitude, maybe.
Right. And, we're just working with this transcript, so we don't know the specifics of this accident.
No idea what happened.
But it's definitely not a good sign, right?
It's not a great start, no.
So then we have this boys' visit.
The boys' visit.
Which results in a ninja disaster.
Now, come on. Give us some details. Transcript.
Right? Like, what does that even mean?
Ninja disaster. It sounds kind of fun.
It does sound kind of fun.
But also, maybe a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, probably not appropriate for a hospital setting.
Right. You're supposed to be, resting and recovering.
Right. And, maybe not running around with, fake swords or whatever.
Or real swords.
Or real swords. Yeah, who knows, with Mike.
Right. Exactly.
So, anyway, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
But it definitely adds to the sense of chaos that's building here.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so we have a weapons accident. Now we have some sort of ninja situation in the hospital.
Right. What's next?
And then he decides to leave the hospital.
Yeah, that's a big red flag.
That's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
If you're in the hospital, it's usually because you need to be there.
Right.
Something's wrong,
You're not just there for fun.
No. You're not just hanging out.
So to leave against medical advice.
Yeah.
That's not a good decision.
Not a wise move.
And then to compound that decision with drunk driving.
Yeah, that's just irresponsible.
Yeah. It's really concerning because you're not only putting yourself at risk.
You're putting other people at risk.
You're putting other people at risk, exactly.
So, again, we don't have all the details here, but
right.
But it really paints a picture of someone who's not thinking clearly.
Right, not making good choices.
No.
And then we get to the dance club.
The dance club escalation.
Yes, the dance club escalation. So, Mike...
Who presumably is injured from the weapons test accident.
Right, recovering.
Possibly
Possibly still, not fully healed.
And maybe a little bit drunk.
Yeah, maybe a little bit drunk.
ends up in a situation.
Yeah, an altercation.
An altercation that leads to him falling down some stairs.
Falling down some stairs.
And then getting kicked out.
And getting kicked out.
I mean, you almost have to laugh.
I know. It's like, what was he even doing there?
Yeah, like why was he even at a dance club?
I guess he was feeling good, you know?
Maybe he thought he could just, dance it off.
Right. Shake it off.
Just shake it off.
But, yeah, it didn't end well.
Not so much.
So then he goes back to the hospital.
The hasty return.
The hasty return, yes.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, what was he thinking?
Maybe he realized he actually needed medical attention.
Maybe. Or maybe he just didn't know where else to go.
Maybe he was just trying to find a safe space.
Right. But, I mean, the hospital probably wasn't too happy to see him again.
No. I'm sure they weren't thrilled.
Especially after he just, left against medical advice.
Yeah, and probably showed up, in even worse shape.
Yeah. Probably not looking his best.
Not a good look.
So they kicked him out again?
Double ejection.
Double ejection.
It's impressive in a way.
It is. It's kind of an achievement.
It takes a certain level of commitment.
Right?
To get kicked out of a hospital twice in one night.
And then the tantrum.
The grand finale.
The grand finale, yes. So at this point, I mean, you can almost sympathize with him a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, he's had a rough night.
He's had a very rough night.
Yeah, it's not going his way.
So he throws a tantrum.
I guess it's understandable.
It's understandable.
Not excusable, but understandable.
So, yeah, that's the story, folks.
The chaotic saga.
The chaotic saga of Mike's night out.
As documented in this this very interesting transcript.
Yeah. So what can we take away from this?
Well, I think it really reinforces some of the things that we've seen in other MWF material.
Right, like the impulsiveness.
The impulsiveness, the lack of judgment.
The disregard for consequences.
Yeah, the disregard for consequences, both for himself and for others.
And it kind of makes you wonder.
It does make you wonder.
If this is a pattern.
Yeah, is this just a typical night for Mike?
Right? Or is this something more?
Is this a sign of something deeper?
Yeah, like is this part of a larger downward spiral?
Right. And, we know that eventually Mike disappears.
Yeah, that's the ultimate mystery.
It's a big question mark.
So is this a clue?
Could be.
Could be.
I mean, it's just one piece of the puzzle, but
right.
It's a pretty wild piece.
It is a pretty wild piece.
Yeah.
So
So there you have it, folks.
the ninja disaster, the dance club debacle,
The double ejection.
or tantrum,
It's all here in this transcript.
all in one night.
All in one night.
Amazing.
So, what do you think our listeners should take away from this deep dive?
I think the big takeaway here is that even in the most chaotic and absurd situations,
There are always lessons to be learned.
there are always lessons to be learned,
And clues to be found.
clues to be found.
So, keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes peeled
And your minds open.
and your minds open.
Because the MWF mystery is far from over.
It's just beginning.
Yeah, it's just beginning.
So until next time,
Stay curious.
stay curious.